Tired woman. Tired before I talking. I know y'all expected me to go live. I've been getting a lot of chatter lately, so I thought that I would stay on everything that's been going on. So I go for 4 hours. I'm afraid that this computer may not have enough RAM. I edit the video. What's up, princess? I edited the video and I'm just trying to download it to my computer. It's taking forever. But oh really? Dang, I'm sorry, Dirt. Damn. Was it a big truck or was it a four wheeler? I because dang, that's what up, Lavelle? Met having a much See, that's content right there. That's stuff that you can. Yep, the new camera broke down. Yes. Well, see, what happened was, I think they said it's something about the death. I think it's something cap. No, not cap. I don't know, but will communicate with depth sensor, which makes my truck think I don't have any depth in it, doesn't it? And so because it thinks that I don't have any depth. And then the other codes that the truck is throwing has to do with wiring systems, and I don't need to read it. I haven't brushed my hair today, y'all. That's all. So since the truck is still under warranty, I pretty much gotta go to the dealership. And the dealership these days are taking a week to 2 weeks to fix stuff. So they said I should just go ahead and get me seated in the hard time. I've had a hell of a week. So what had happened was I went home. I was going home on home time. I drove from it was raining that night. But I sent some Texas it was raining. And when I woke up, the whole right side of my truck and trailer was ice. It was frozen shut, and there's just a big old thick. It was like that thick of ice on my truck and trailer. So that's when it was like the ice storm, and then I had to drive. And from Dallas, I had to go to Killeen to drop my rider off, and then from Thunder, I had to drive 35 miles an hour or less the way home. So that was that experience with that. So I get home, I moved into my house. I closed on my house on the 19th of January, February. January. There's nothing else to get. So, yeah, I closed on my house. We moved like the 22nd or something. so I can catch buses. Drop off. So that was like 40. So I tried to I drove it to see if I could do it. And it's dark in here. Like it was dark. And I don't feel like turning on the light. So um, when I got to the Houston drop lot, when I got to the Houston drop lot, they I tried to do it a manual. So I don't know what I did actually. I think I tried to do it, and when I did it, it turned it stopped everything like uh, the erase. And so my logic is if I'm not going to derate, then to uh, and it derates again. Then there's going to derate. This this morning, they did whatever they were supposed to do to it. They gave me it back at like 2:30. I get to my truck around like 8 because I was trying to edit this video. I turn my truck on. It's gonna derate. But so I take it back to the shop. They tell me, "Yep, we're gonna have to fix it." So needless to say, my butt is stuck. I gotta take it to the shop. I mean, I gotta take it to the place. That's what's happening with the truck. So I was like, I'm not about to sit. I race it like 24 hours. So then I need to get the coordinator comes in, and that's gonna be that. But we, uh, I just been so tired. I haven't been wanting to do any videos. Like I wanted to do a whole band video, get setting up stuff, ordering stuff, and putting up curtains, you know. video I said that I was gonna do last time. That I said I was gonna do a video. This I didn't time this 7:30. So I had he edited. I don't I don't like I didn't like I didn't like how it came. I got I'll Blue Tiger sent me wanted me to do a review on it. So I was supposed to be doing with this. I see. You guys hear me now? Can you hear me better now? Okay, that's good. So yeah, I have a lot of content that I'm supposed to do, but I've just been tired, nursing a cold, moving. It's a signal. I don't know what to tell you about that one. I'm too tired to even worry about it, y'all, really. Like, if the signal is bad, I'm sorry. I don't, I can't. Always when I come on here. I love my new home so many times because I kept, going to the house or whatever. Okay, hopefully that works. Hopefully that helps y'all. We're charging. Got the hotspot on. I only got 2 bars on the hotspot. So it might not work so well. But see, I love this house because like all these possibilities are opening up to me of what I can do with the house. And I'm excited. My room is fucking huge. Like I showed y'all the room. It was big on video. But when you put a bed in there, I have a queen size bed in my room. I can get a California king, a full dresser, 2 nightstands, a living room set, which is a couch and a love seat or a sectional, and a table and 2 chairs and 2 side tables and a fucking library, like some shelving in my room. That's how big that room is. And I plan to do all of that in that room. 1,500 a week? No, not take home. If you just do the math, right? 60 cents per mile. If you have 2+ years experience, you'll make 60 cents per mile. Calculate that by an average of 2,500 miles a week. That's 1,500. If you drive to do, you'll make more than 2,500 miles a week. So at the minimum, before taxes, 2,500. I mean, 1,500. If you become an ambassador, you'll make more than that. Let me tell y'all what I got last week. I only took 1 load last week, and I was on home time. Okay, 1 load, home time, and I have 14 drivers under my squad. And I'll tell y'all what my check was. It was like 2,400. That's what I remember. Something like that. So I got 910 miles total on this check. And that totaled $527.80. I recruited 1 person, so $1. And then my recruits, one of them made I got $125 in miles, $84 in miles, $39 in miles, $13 in miles, $101 in miles, $11, 105, 45, 41, 21, 23, 57, 47, 122 in miles. And then when I recruit drivers, I tell them that they can get $250 of store credit on me. So that was a deduction of $24.82, $24.26, and $50, minus all of my deductions like, taxes and insurance and all that stuff. I have medical, dental, the Medicare. Shit, they took a lot out. 401k. They're taxing the shit out of me. Oh my god. Insurance, so we got insurance, a life, voluntary life, child, express cares, driver legal plan, long-term disability, short-term disability, all-state accident, all-state critical illness, all-state universal life. Oh, they still doing the passenger? They need to take that off my shit. And then after everything's said and done, I came home with $2,209.47 take home. So that's off of one load and ambassador stuff. The paycheck before that, a week before that, which would have been pay date February 4th. My total miles was 2,830 miles. My pay for that was $1,641.41. That was a total of 4 loads. I recruited a driver that week, so that's $2,000 plus my driver referral thingies. And I got my parking, lumper pay, way tickets. I took home a total of $3,478.07 that week. And we'll do one more. The week before that. It's a terrible, terrible week. This is one of my smaller checks. I got 2 loads totaling 1,573 miles. Those miles totaled $912.33. I did not recruit any drivers that week, but I did get their miles. And $100 worth of store credit came out of my check. My total take-home pay was $1,402.32. So my driver referrals from their miles was 199, 52, 148, 80, 136, 84, 107, 48, 91, 92, 89, 16. Code name. Hey, look, you made. Well, let me finish. 89, 16, 47, 88, 43, 92, 42, 70, 28, 54, 2806, 12, 46, 10, 48. Total those up, that's how much I made from the drivers that week. Code name last week. What you do last week? You didn't drive? You didn't drive last week. The week before that, then, let's see. A week after that. Didn't drive that week either. What happened? Where you been? Or if you did, it's probably your driver ID number on here. The month of January, I recruited 5 drivers. But, so, code name on the January 28th check, you brought in $28.06 in miles for me. The highest earner brought in $199.52. The lowest was $8.36. So that explains, the kind of money you can make. Good checks, bad checks, all the checks. It's the only way you make big recruit drivers. Oh, you're not here no more. Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Um, yeah, that's the whole purpose of Variant and the ambassador program. That if you want to just be a regular driver, you can make decent money here, but we're looking. I'm looking for people who want to be ambassadors. I'm looking for people who want unlimited income. Looking for people who want to experience the perks of being an owner operator without all of the responsibilities of being an owner operator. I want people who think outside the box and who want to take charge of their income. So if you just want to drive, yeah, you can make decent money, but if you come to Variant and you're only just a driver and you're only making money on your miles, you're not making enough money. You could be making money off of your miles and your driver's miles too. Like, if they're giving you free money, why would you just be a driver? They're giving away money, literally. So just why just be a driver? And it's not hard to recruit. You just give out information. Like I'm giving y'all right now, this is me recruiting. And if you like what you hear and you want to know more, my information is on the bottom of the video. You can call me. You email me. You can click the link and you can read about all the information that I'm telling you about. And you can email me from that link too. Plus, every 2 weeks we have ambassador meetings and we have Facebook pages where we can get tips and tricks from. They give us free marketing and advertising materials to pass out. We don't got to pay for it. And then other drivers help us out too. Like what I do for some drivers, I create their logos for them so they can name their squad and have a logo to match. Other drivers explain how they do it, like how they recruit and talk to drivers. And I don't like saying recruiting because it just feels like a game when you say recruiting, but just how you tell people about the company. So you might just see a driver and wonder, how much y'all get paid? And they tell you, and then they ask you, well, how much y'all get paid? And you tell them, and they're like, that sounds interesting. Can I get more information? You give them a flyer. Bam. There you go, just like that. And then they like what they hear, and they come to orientation. Just like that. It's not hard to recruit because the company is actually a good company. So since it's a good company, it's not hard to recruit drivers. Then when you're making money, you can show them your paycheck stubs and show them, look, I literally really make money. Even when I'm not getting referral bonuses, I'm still making money. But if you only come here just to be a driver, you might as well go to Crete or something. Because this company wants, I can't say what the company wants, but I would assume that this company wants people who want to make money and who want to change their lives. They don't want to be complacent and just stay in the same situation they always been in. They want to do something different and change their lives. That's what I would assume Variant wants for their drivers. So you got to be a self-starter to come here, and you have to be a self-starter. There's nobody here babysitting you. There's nobody here holding your hand and telling you how to do things and what to do. Nobody bothers you. Like, you're not getting no phone calls from people asking you, when you're gonna arrive at the shipper, or Like, you basically call in and tell them what you need and what you want, and they provide it. And if you're the type of person that has to be told what to do, where to go, what time to be there, how to get there, what to do when a problem arises, then you're gonna have a hard time here, because yeah, OPS will help you with that, but they don't see all the stuff that you're going through unless you call in and tell them. And they don't know the solutions that you need because they're not behind the wheel. They're not driving this truck. So they don't know, other than like the standard stuff, they don't know how they can help you unless you tell them. So you got to be a self-starter. For example, a girl called me today. She is not on my squad, but she heard about me and she called and reached out and she was like, I just picked up a load in, where was she at? I forgot where she was at, but it was like an hour and a half away from, where was she at? Dang, I can't remember. South Carolina. She was in Aiken, South Carolina. How can they help you now? What you need help with? But she was in Aiken, South Carolina. She picked it up at the drop lot. Or she picked it up, yeah, at the drop lot in Columbia, and they wanted her to take it to Aiken or whatever it's called. Her delivery, she picked it up this morning, drove an hour and a half. She's early for delivery, and her delivery appointment isn't until the 21st. She was like, I don't know what to do. They want me to sit and wait. I said, so you called and asked them what you should do? She was like, yeah. I said, that's your first mistake. Don't call them and ask them what you should do. Call them and tell them what you need, right? So you call them and say, I just picked this load up. It's going to Aiken, South Carolina. It's an hour and a half away. I'm 5 days early for this delivery. I need you to reroute me back to the terminal so I could do a terminal transfer and put me on another load and pay me for those miles. So I called on three-way. I called OPS and I spoke for her. And he was like, let me talk to CSR. The trailer plug for the electrical line is broken and I can't hook up. So no trailer lights. I'm stuck waiting over 2 hours for TA. Well, that's not something Variant can work with. They can't help you with that. Um, so I called him. I called him on three-way, and I told him. They was like, let me hit up customer service, and we'll get back to you. I said, there's nothing that customer service can say. She already asked if she could deliver the load early. They told her that an appointment needed to be made, and she can't deliver more than 24 hours early. So normally appointments are made 24 hours in advance, and unless she's delivering right now, that's not going to help her. So I need you to submit a terminal transfer for Columbia Terminal or the Columbia drop lot, and route her back. Well, she's going to go back to that terminal. She needs to be paid for those miles, and by the time she gets there, she needs to have a terminal transfer submitted. And he was like, okay, we can do that. We can do that. Exactly. I didn't ask you. I told you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're an owner operator and you have a fleet of trucks, you're dispatching those trucks and telling those trucks what to do and when to do it and how to do it. You're leading, right? Well, here at Variant, you're a leader. You're not a follower, and you're not being told what to do. You have to lead yourself. If you're a natural born leader, you'll be successful here at this company. But if you need to be handheld and told what to do, you might struggle a little bit, because that's not, I mean, they have the capabilities of doing that at the expense of other drivers, but they let us run our ship how we want to run it. So she got what she needed, and she's probably on another load. She hasn't called me back, so I assume she got what she needed. The video that I'm processing right now on this computer um, goes through that process. I had arrived at the Houston drop lot and the trailer that I was supposed to pick up wasn't there. And this is a video in direct response to somebody who was on my squad who quit. And they said that they had to wait 4 hours for somebody to call them back and tell them what they needed to do next. So I did a video to show you and show that person, why the fuck are you waiting 4 hours for anything? Why are you waiting? The only fucking thing I'm waiting for is to get live loaded and live unloaded. That's it. Other than that, I'm waiting no more than 45 minutes to 2 hours. 2 hours is a very, very max. And that's pushing it. But 4 hours? Fuck no. I'm not waiting 4 hours. The new ops are trash, but they actually made some major improvements. Like in the past 2 weeks, they made some major improvements. The phone lines are quick. They only have like at the max 7 people in queue, and OPS is really like on their shit. They're on their game right now. So I give props to OPS right now. Like I even called tonight because of the truck, and somebody answered. I never heard him before. It was night dispatch, and he was on his P's and Q's, and that's rare for night dispatch since the new people came in. You dreaded calling at night, but they changed the management up. They changed management around, hired some people from other departments to run stuff and do stuff. So um, I've seen a major difference because 2 weeks ago I wasn't so sure. 2 weeks ago I was feeling like I don't know about this company, and I was feeling like that. And me feeling like that. Can you imagine? So if I'm saying today like it's a major change, I couldn't have gotten on live and try to talk about Variant and recruit for Variant feeling the way that I was feeling. That's partly one reason why I wasn't going live or doing any videos, because it was a rough patch. It was a real rough patch. And I'm the most understanding, logical, rational person you'll meet. And it was fucking with me. So I can only imagine other drivers who was feeling the heat too. But I had a good like deep talk with one of the OPS people, and he said something that resonated with me. And he was like, you know, to be honest, between me and you, I don't even know who my boss is. I don't know who I report to. So I know you feel lost because I feel lost, and I'm the supervisor. And we was going through it. We almost had like a little, you know, come to Jesus moment at that time. So it was rough. We struggled like for a few weeks at Variant, but they are getting on their shit and they're holding themselves accountable, and I can respect them for that, because us drivers that's been here, we're riding for Variant. We're riding until the wheels fall off. The that whole home time thing, that's the policy. It's 48 hours. However, that's what they tell you on the phone. But you go home, push your PTA out. And if they ask you why, because I got business to take care of. I'm not available. What they gonna do? Come get the truck? No, they're not. What they gonna do? Try to fire you? Okay, talk to Donald about that. I had shit to take care of. But on paper, on a recorded phone line, on a monitored messaging system, they gotta tell you 24, 48 hours, whatever the case may be. Like, for example, when I just came off of home time, I was only supposed to be home. When did I get home? I can't even think. Where's my other phone at? I can't do stuff unless I'm looking at a calendar. I went home on the 11th. I came out. Nope. I went home on the 4th. I came out on the 8th. I was supposed to come out on the 7th. On the 6th, I changed my PTA to the 8th. And then I called in because, see, there's one person who approves the home time requests or disapproves them, or respond with a message asking you why or whatever question they want to ask you at home time, right? So I submitted the home time, and as soon as I submitted it, I called during the day, knowing that that person who usually monitors home time is not going to answer the phone. And I said, I just submitted home time. Can you approve it, please? Or I pushed my PTA out. Can you make sure it got submitted and it's in the system? They was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll make sure. And they did it and pushed it through. So then I came out on the 8th. I was supposed to come out at 10 p.m. I didn't come out until 3 a.m. So I took more than 24 hours. I was supposed to come out on the 7th at 10 p.m. I came out on the 8th at 3 a.m. So yeah, they have, but they told me, you get 24 hours every day that every 6 days you're on the road, you get 24 hours off. But you just gotta know how to work the system or work around it. If I have stuff to do, I'm sorry, but I got stuff to do. I know what you're telling me, and you have to tell me that because your boss is listening and watching, but I have stuff to do, so I'm letting you know because I'm not asking. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm letting you know I'll be back at this time on this date. And if you can't do that, I'm going to speak to a supervisor or I'm going to leave. Simple as that. I don't ask for nothing. I'm telling you what I need. I'm not asking you. It's not a question. It's a demand, and that's how I work it. People ain't fucking with me. I don't care. You're not about to fuck with me. I'm going to get what I need. And sometimes I'll pick my battles. It's not all the time that I get what I want. Brandon Bush. That sounds familiar. It's not all the time that I get what I want, but sometimes I'll bow down and bow out and just like, all right, you got it. That happens very rarely though. So, 4 hours has elapsed since I started this video. Hurry up, I still got an hour and 38 minutes left. Naju told me it was one-time deal. He won't approve it again, so I was out. Did Donald Ramsey tell you that? Because if Donald Ramsey didn't tell you that, then I was like, okay, thanks. And I went right to Donald, like, so Donald, the vice president of Variant, this guy is telling me this, and it ain't never been like that, and I appreciate it. And then there's other people. Dustin came in, and Joe, and then what's her name? She got moved. Ariel got moved into the position of OPS manager. Scott got promoted to manager. Remember when Adriana had that whole situation in Houston with her baby dad, and I was on the phone with OPS Scott, and he called me the next day and asked me if I needed anything? He got promoted to manager. Lori, she's good too. See, when I tell my drivers to call me, like when I told you to call me, and you called me, and you said fight for you, and I fought for you, I didn't hear anything back after that, so I thought it was handled. I didn't hear anything back. Had you called me again and it wasn't handled, then I would have escalated it to the next person. I have Donald Ramsey's phone number. Look, I'm gonna show y'all something. What does that say? Donald. I don't know if you have to read that. And these are text messages. I text him all the time. He replies. These are about drivers. This is his cell phone. This is my ace in the hole. When the driver's having a problem and they ain't getting their shit situated, this is the last point of contact. When it get to him, that's when shit hits the fan and shit gets situated. That's where, if it get to him and it has to get to him, he's about to go down the pipeline, and if need be, he's about to chastise whoever didn't do what they were supposed to do. So I always say, that's why I tell my drivers, it ain't over to the fat lady sing. The fat lady is Donald Ramsey. If he can't help you and your problem didn't get solved, then I would encourage you to leave. I would leave too. If I needed something done and nobody else can help me, and then I go to Donald and Donald can't help me either, and I feel justified in what I need, and it's something serious, and he can't do it, I would be out too. I would quit. He's the last point of defense. So I didn't hear from you, so I thought it was handled. Donald Ramsey. It used to be Cameron. Now it's Donald. And I got a couple other people in here in my phone. Um, a couple of OPS agents that got promoted to manager. I got their cell phone numbers. So before I even get to Donald, I'll go through OPS like I'm supposed to. I'll ask to speak to management like I'm supposed to. But if I have to, I'm calling everybody. They lied to him and me. Look, I didn't hear nothing back from you, so I didn't get to have a conversation with him about it. Let me see. Let me see what I told him about you. And actually, one of the people, all of my messages are gone. Oh, it's on that phone. All of the people who, the person, the additional numbers that was because of the situation he was going through. I mean, I called everybody and sent emails to everybody. And everybody got back to me the next morning all at the same time. I don't remember 100% of it, but a lot of it, one of them was home time. Um, he was supposed to go on home time, and he would get home on Thursday and would take Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and come back Monday. And they told him he could only take 48 hours, which you get 1 day off for every 6 days you're out on the road, and you have to stay out a minimum of 12 days. So if you stay out 12 days, that's 48 hours because you get 2 days off. But that would mean he would have to come home on, if he came home on Thursday night, early Friday morning, he'll have, from the time he got home, 48 hours from that time. So that would have been like Sunday, which don't make sense. You would want to come out of home time on a Monday. That's what I do. I wish they would tell me some shit. First of all, they're not going to tell me that because I'm just going to agree with them. Okay, thank you. And when I get home on Sunday night or on Saturday night, I'm pushing my PTA out. And I'm doing it at a time where I know that person who normally answers that shit, the person I don't like that person. I know their shift. I know when they are going to be at work. I don't submit my PTA when they're at work. I submit it when they're not at work, and then I immediately call in afterwards to make sure it was submitted and approved by somebody else that's not him. So yeah, you can tell me what you're gonna tell me. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Cause I drive, I run hard, I recruit, and I bring in lots of drivers. And even if I wasn't recruiting, I run, I work my ass off. I deserve my time off, and it don't make sense to have to come home on Thursday and have to take off Friday and Saturday and come back to work Sunday. It don't make sense. Or come home Friday and have all day Friday and all day Saturday and come back out Sunday. That don't make sense. It's not gonna happen. I'm pushing my PTA out. And if you ask me why, it's none of your business because I have to. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Sometimes you just gotta get firm. And if they're not doing what you need them to do, I will route myself to fucking Tunnel Hill in person and talk to somebody in person. Because all you gotta do is put your home time in for Tunnel Hill and the date and time that you want to be there, and the optimizer will route you there. You ain't gonna listen to me over the phone. You want to lie? Okay.
Okay, bet. I will pull up on that ass. Like I did with my fucking, the finance managers for when I was closing my home. They was giving me to run a motherfucking round. They was running me everywhere. It was taking forever to do shit. I pulled up on their ass. They didn't think that I was gonna be at home. I pulled up on their ass and went straight to their office. Now what? What are y'all doing? What's taking so long? Why are y'all giving me the runaround? We need to close on this loan. They almost canceled the contract because the lender was taking so long. I almost didn't get this house because the lender was taking forever because they was not working. I pulled up on their ass and put the fire under their ass. You need to get this done. And I do not require, don't go to that lender. Whoever I spoke about on that video, generational wealth, no. Don't go to them. No. They're full of shit. Full of shit. Fuck that. I would not, I wouldn't refer nobody to them. But I'll pull up real quick. You're not, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my little 48 hours. I'm gonna come back to work. I'm straight to Tunnel Hill. We about to have a whole conference. I'm pulling up on you. I don't play that. If I can't get what I need over the phone, through emails, through text, I will pull up. They fucked up. They fucked up when they gave us that type of autonomy to let us, you know, to let us go where we want to go. Yeah, it depends on how long you've been out, and it depends on who's approving it. It's one specific person that's just really fucking anal, and they just nitpick at every fucking thing, and I don't like them. But everybody else, they pretty much they'll approve the shit. It's not like we asking for a fucking week off and we only worked 3 days. And even if we did work 3 days and we needed a week off, they will approve it because it's probably a situation that you got to handle at home. Like another driver, she she told them that she had to be off for like 2 weeks because she was going through some stuff. They told her to turn her truck in, and then they terminated her. And then when she was done and she was, handle what she had to handle, tried to come back to work, she wasn't even active. What? I'm not turning my truck in. The fuck? If I run, okay, let's do the math. You get 6 days, every 6 days, you get a day off. So if I wanted to take 14 days off, how long I gotta run? However long that is, you can't tell me I gotta turn in my truck to be off for 2 weeks. If I ran, technically, that time. She didn't have to do that. I told her, I said, if you ever have a situation like that again, what you do is you take your home time and you push out your PTA. That's the best way to push. That's the best way to extend your home time if you need to extend it, because that's what they're gonna tell you to do anyway. When you call in and say, I got a situation, because I did it before. I was like, I got to take an extra day because I was new to Variant. I didn't know how it worked. So I called. I was like, I need an extra day. I was supposed to come off of home time today, but I need to come off tomorrow. They was like, okay, just set your PTA, push it out. I'm like, that's it? Yeah. They was like, you don't have a load dispatched on you, so just push your PTA out. I'm like, oh, that's all I gotta do? Bet. And that's what I've been doing. If I need extra time on home time, I just push my PTA out. You approve me for what you approve me for. I put in what I want. You can approve it or deny it. You can adjust it and edit it. But when I get home, if I need extra time, how are you gonna tell me I can't take extra time? She didn't get because she turned her truck in. They told her to turn her truck in because technically, company policy is if you're out for a certain amount of time, you have to turn your truck in, and then you got to get reseated when you come back, and that's technically a termination. She's eligible for rehire, but if you're out of your truck for a certain amount of time, based on company policy, you gotta you have to turn your truck in. But like say for example, you're out on medical, like you had surgery and you gotta be out for 8 weeks. They're gonna tell you to turn your truck in. I'm not turning my truck in. It's not happening. I'm just gonna take home time and keep pushing my PTA out. That's it. Who said that? Thank you, Janos. But we got her situated. She's back and doing well. So she called me and we worked it out. I took 2 weeks off leave and I had to turn my truck in. I'm not telling them I'm taking 2 weeks off. I'm gonna put my regular home time in and I'm gonna push my PTA out. Simple as that. It never fails. Every time I get on live, it just goes. I've been on here 56 already. Can you believe that? So, in the morning, I gotta call in and find out if I'm getting reseated here. I'm thirsty. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find out if I'm getting reseated here or I gotta go to another terminal. But I think I'm gonna probably have to. I think I have to get reseated here. These drinks right here are so good. They're called Mogu Mogu. They're like a Japanese Asian type drink, and it has these little pieces of like it's kind of like boba. So fucking good. The pineapple one tastes like pineapple chunks are in it. This one is apple juice. I never had the apple juice one yet. So we'll see what happens tomorrow if I'm reseating my truck, and I'll probably just record it and put it up on a dash and do a time lapse of me packing up my truck and stuff and moving and cleaning and unpacking into another truck. When this is done uploading or downloading, then I will post it to YouTube. Probably sometime tomorrow because it's taking forever. It's not a lot of effort, extra days. You just push out your PTA. My truck, something is wrong with. I forgot what it's called. I really don't remember what it's called. I can tell that it was not 10, and they smoked in it. Wow. You can get this Kenworth. Somebody asked, am I gonna be with Variant long term? Um, no. I'm still a company driver. I don't own this company. So all the drivers that I recruit, I'm getting good money, but they're not my they're not my drivers. I'm not getting all the money. So to put that in perspective, think about how much one load is worth and how much I'm getting paid off of that one load, right? Imagine if I was the owner operator and that was my driver under my fleet and how much I'll be getting paid off of that driver. So imagine how much I'm getting paid, 60 cents per mile, and what Variant is keeping after I get paid. What they take home. So you know better, you do better. I might end up doing lease purchase if Variant doesn't do it here. I might go somewhere else and do it. My income tax, I filed my income tax, and I'm supposed to be getting a good chunk of change back I'm gonna take that money and buy a cargo van and put my baby dad to work for QueenJoJon Global Transportation. JGT. I already have my DOT number. I just gotta buy the actual van so I can get insurance on it, so I can get my MC number and get the load boards going, and he's gonna be running. And once that starts bringing in a good chunk of revenue, then I'm going to open up my truck parking. And then I'm getting off the truck so I can go to law school. I've been studying for the LSAT. All of my books are in the front, my backpack. I was in the terminal today. My backpack is down here with all of my materials and stuff like that. The LSAT is scheduled for June 18th, I think. And then another one is in August. So if I don't take the June one, I'm going to take the August one. And I won't enroll in law school until I have revenue coming in from my business. But until then, and my plan B, my backup will be to save money just in case I don't generate that much revenue. I still have that cushion in savings. So I do need to either buy my own truck or lease a truck and be a lease operator so I can make that a little bit extra money. So I can save it and have that cushion when I go to law school. So I'm not going to be here forever though. But this will be the last company that I work for as a company driver. I can say that. Well, y'all, I'm about to go to bed because I got to get up at like 7, call OPS and find out what I'm doing. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Watch out for that video. I think I'm gonna title it something like how to run your own truck as a company driver or something. I don't know. But it has to download to my computer and upload to the cloud before I can even post it on YouTube. And then I gotta upload on YouTube. That's gonna take forever. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe. Bye, y'all.